Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm going to go ahead and give you a scenario. You get your LS swap all together, go ahead and take it for its first test drive. You find out it's pretty lazy down low. Seems like it's missing some torque. If you spent some money on some fancy looking parts, that might be part of your issue. I made the same mistake, and I'm here to try to stop everyone else from doing the same thing. As you can see here, I have the Trailblazer SS intake manifold sitting on the engine, and this is a great manifold for the money. You can pick this up new for about $140, and if you can fit it, it is one of the best performing intakes you can get for the money. The problem lies in the fact that I have a Mustang, and my engine doesn't sit low enough. So if I try to close the hood with this intake on, it's not really going to happen without cutting a major hole in the hood, which is not something I would like to do. The early truck intake is about an inch taller, so it would run into the same thing. So what I did is went intake shopping, and I settled on a Holley intake that I'll show you right now. This is the Holley intake I was running. This is the Holley Ultra Low Ram manifold, and the way you see it right here, it's going to be about $950 shipped to your door. So you think for that price point, you would get some more horsepower. And you do. You definitely do get some horsepower, but only on the top end. The problem is you lose a ton of torque down low due to the short runner design. So as you can see in here, there's really not much of a runner. It's pretty just open, and this is all you get. And what this does is it kills low end torque. So now we're in a bind. We want all the torque of this manifold, and we want all the high end of this manifold, but we want that all at the same time in a sleek, convenient package that we can fit under our hood. Is it possible? Yes, it's possible, but it's also very costly. I'm going to show you guys what that looks like. This is the Fast LSXR 102 manifold, and it's pretty expensive. The way you see it here, with the O-rings on the bottom, the fuel rails to fit LS1 injectors, and the intake itself is going to cost you roughly $1,600. But the difference is, although we still have that sleek manifold that's pretty low and clears that hood, is the runner length. So if we pull the upper cover off, which will be here, you can see that we have really long runners, just like a truck manifold would. And compared to the Trailblazer SS intake, this might lose 3 to 5 foot-pounds of torque down low, which isn't something you would really feel, but it also gains power up top and in the mid-range. This manifold has some downsides as well. Outside of being so costly, you also have a lot of other things going on. So when you buy this, you don't even get the lower O-rings. You have to buy those separate, which kind of sucks. And then the map sensor ports, there's actually one here and one in the back for you to choose. And you have to get a drill bit to drill those out. And if you're using a later style map sensor, like I am, you have to go get a unique drill bit size. 15-30 seconds is the size, and drill those out yourself. You have to kind of reseal the manifold and get everything perfect. And on top of that, there's other little things you have to do. While they do include all of the hardware, you have to do things like switch your valley cover bolts out for these button head Allen screws, just so it clears, because the intake to valley cover clearance is lower than any other intake on the market. Another inconvenient issue is that if you are running knock sensors, the harness has to actually be unwrapped because it is too tall and will keep the manifold from seating all the way. And also, if you have a MAT sensor, there is no provision for it. I'm going to try to get one and tap out that other map sensor hole in the rear to run this because I need it. But this manifold is designed for cars that have it in the map sensor. So just a little caveat of something that we got to change. I am going to go ahead and make an installation video for that fast manifold, just to give everybody who's actually considering it an idea of what the install is, what needs to be modified, and kind of what goes on from there. For anybody in a similar situation that has a short runner or sheet metal intake, in my install video, I'm going to go ahead and grab a data log I took with my old manifold, where I stopped on the street and floored it from a dead stop to about 5,500 RPM, and I'm going to go ahead and compare that to one I will take with this manifold, and we'll do a similar run, and we can see if it comes into boost any faster. We can check the fuel usage down low before it spools the turbo, and see how much of a difference it really makes and if it's really worth spending the money. But in conclusion, if you can fit a truck manifold, the early truck manifold you get with your 485360 is perfectly fine, works great. If you're doing a cam swap or something, you kind of want to maximize that performance, go ahead and get that Trailblazer SS intake manifold. You can find them in the junkyard for $40. You can buy a new for $140, and it does make more torque, and it does make more power. So it's a pretty cheap upgrade, and really not too difficult to do. But if you need a sleek manifold like I do, and you want not to lose a bunch of low end torque, just go ahead and buy that fast manifold. And that's for all cathedral ports. Rectangle ports are different. I believe the fast for the rectangle port makes the same as the regular LS3 manifold. But cathedral port wise, this is the best intake you can buy. And it really is a buy once, cry once. And take it from me, I bought a $900 intake, and now I had to buy this one. So I bought twice. I've definitely cried twice, maybe 3 times now. And it's definitely just not ideal to keep spending money on something that you've already bought once or twice. So that's it for today. If you guys could like and subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video.